Good afternoon, beautiful people. Today we are talking about Minneapolis, aka Little Mogadishu. And in this video, you'll see a clip of the mayor himself delivering a speech in Somali. Ilhan Omar telling us how she really feels about Americans. And even lawmakers caught up in corruption schemes directing taxpayer dollars into their own pockets. This isn't just about one city, it is about a bigger question. What happens when multiculturalism and identity politics collide with loyalty to America itself? When American politicians feel like they have no choice but to bend the knee to get the vote? Welcome to Nelly Miranda. Before we get into today's video, please make sure you like and subscribe to support the channel and ring the bell so you never miss anything. Now, let's start with Ilhan Omar's rally. Her supporters didn't mince words. They said their loyalty isn't to Minnesota, not even to America, but to Somalia. Watch.
xildhibaan ilhaan cumar oo magaca Soomaaliya qalin dahab ah ku qortay qadiyadda ilhaan ma aha qadiyad ilhaan ma aha qadiyad Minnesota ma aha qadiyad reer Mareykan qadiyadda ilhaan waa qadiyad Soomaaliyeed guusha ilhaan waa guusha Soomaaliyeed waxayna noo ximbaarsan tahay macno weyn.
And here's the problem. The American left has built its entire identity around celebrating this. They call it diversity, they call it equity, but what's really being celebrated is an allegiance to foreign nations over America. Now enter in Jacob Frey, the mayor of Minneapolis. Like, I cannot believe he delivered his whole speech in Somali. Like, who advised him to do this? So to hell with white Americans and everyone else, he wants to ensure that he is reaching Somalians, as if they'll ever vote for him over Omar Fateh. Watch.
Maaga Egawa Jacob Frey, Doke Magalada, Minneapolis. Damaan, Sha'abka Somaliyed, Kayimid, Mogadishu, Gerowe, Hargeisa, Bosaso, Bedabo, Kismayo, Wahan Rabah, In An Idin Shego. Minneapolis, Wa Magaladina, Wahad Kamid Tihin, Laf Dabarka. Magaladan Ka Digesa.
I know y'all were laughing. Ask yourself, how many foreign countries let their leaders give official addresses in English? Would Somalia's president ever hold a rally in Minneapolis and deliver it in English to appease immigrants? Absolutely not. But here in America, it is celebrated as progress. This is nonsense. It is like me trying to run for office and having the audacity to get up there and speak Creole. Frères et sœurs, il est très important pour nous mettre tête nous ensemble et pas pour bien des aux États-Unis, mais pour aux Américains, mais pour le bien des Haïtiens. Man, that is insanity. I would hope someone would tell me to shut up. I know Ilhan Omar saw that video and called him all kinds of stupid, like she usually does. She thinks majority of Americans are stupid, and the way they run Minnesota let us know that she knows y'all are stupid, because there's just no way.
But I think for me is I feel embarrassed for him, because in these attacks, what he does, and I think with the likes of Nancy Mace and whoever that Randy guy is, they expose themselves for how stupid they are. And that is embarrassing for us as a country, because these are people who are elected to positions of leadership. He's supposed to be the president of the United States, who's heading off to Europe to represent us. When he does, he's uneducated enough to understand that members of Congress can't be impeached. You know, when you have Nancy and Randy saying, you know, we're on it, we're going to impeach her. When they're saying they're going to deport me, knowing full well that you cannot deport an American citizen. What that displays for not just Americans, but folks on an international platform, is that our country is being led by idiots. And that is not something that we should be comfortable with as Americans. And that's not something that should make us proud. And so in this moment, I feel great sadness as an American that these are the kind of people that the world gets to see representing us.
These people are just idiots. I really, I'm at the point where it's become really hard to have an intellectual debate with any of these people because the level of stupidity that they are displaying every single day is frankly embarrassing, not just in Congress, but as Americans. And the fact that these people are allowed to say just the most ridiculous things tells you that the dumbing of the United States has arrived, because how else do we get a Trump president?
And they're idiots. They're idiots. This is stupidity. Anyways, it gets worse. Meet Omar Fateh, a Minnesota state senator and Minneapolis mayoral hopeful. His campaign slogan may as well be, "This is our city and I am the captain now," because his bills were designed to funnel taxpayer dollars into his own family's pocket. Fateh's wife was tied to a company set to benefit from legislation that he authored. A government ethics professor said it straight. This is corruption 101, yet the same political machine propping up Ilhan Omar is cheering him on. Take a listen.
11 investigation into Minnesota's troubled housing stabilization program, already exposed for widespread fraud, now reveals an unexpected connection to candidate and state senator Omar Fateh.
We did discover something raising what a legal expert labels serious ethical concerns. Senator Omar Fateh's wife was a listed owner of a housing stabilization company, even as the senator and current Minneapolis mayoral candidate himself was pushing legislation to fast-track client approvals for the taxpayer-funded program.
Senator Fateh, Senate File 2741.
A bill that will address a critical delay in access to housing stabilization services, also known as HSS.
It's March 24th, 2025, and Senator Omar Fateh is the sole author of a bill he says will speed up access for people to be approved for HSS. What was not known at the time was that Senator Fateh had an undisclosed tie to the HSS industry.
Does this raise any red flags?
It raises lots of red flags.
Political science professor David Schultz has taught ethics for 25 years. He says what raises red flags is that Senator Fateh's wife, Keltoum Mohammed, was a founder and owner of Community Development Services, LLC, an HSS company.
This is a situation where I think almost anybody schooled in, government ethics 101 would know that you can't introduce legislation that benefits yourself.
And let's not forget the Feeding Our Future fraud. Over $250 million stolen from a program meant to feed hungry kids during the pandemic. Many of those indicted were Somali-connected nonprofits. They were literally enriching themselves and their community off the back of American taxpayers. That's terrible.
Tonight, another man charged in the Feeding Our Future meal fraud case. A man federal prosecutors say played a big role in funneling millions of dollars in taxpayer money out of the country. Lou Raguse has a look at the brand new charges today.
The 74th person to be charged in the $300 million Feeding Our Future meal fraud case, Ahmed Naji Sheikh, is the brother of one of the most notorious defendants, Abdi Aziz Farah, who was recently sentenced to 28 years in prison. Farah was convicted with a group of others of stealing $50 million of taxpayer money. Now his brother Sheikh is accused of helping him launder that money.
Think about that. Kids went hungry while politically connected operatives funnel tax money overseas. This is not compassion. This is exploitation. This is calling Americans stupid to their faces. I know they had a field day with this one. They laughed all the way to the bank and have the nerve to cry on the stand. And yet, anyone raising the alarm is shouted down as a racist. Give me a break. So here's the truth. Multiculturalism without assimilation is not strength. It is fracture. No one is saying not to embrace your cultural background, but when politicians are bending the knee and speaking the language of foreigners they wish to appease, when they prioritize foreign loyalties over American citizens, we lose the very essence of what this country is supposed to be. But I just had a thought. Why is there a Chinatown in every major big city? Is that similar or completely different? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And has Minnesota leadership lost control of the state to Somali political groups? Is this just politics as usual, or is it something more dangerous? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if honest commentary brings you value, please make sure you like and subscribe and tap the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.